Okay, so the Fed met on Wednesday, their end of the year meeting, which is always interesting because they're doing, what they're going to be doing next year for interest rates, some of their forecasts for next year, and how are the, I'm always looking at how is that going to affect the real estate market, and especially here in Central Florida. Hey everyone, it's Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Hope you're doing awesome. Do me a favor, if you like this video, think it's useful, hit the like button, helps people find it. So the Fed met. I've already seen some clickbaity headlines on different things. So what did the Fed say? The Fed said that they are targeting 3 interest rate increases next week, or next year, sorry. They meet 8 times a year. So during those 8 meetings, they're predicting raising rates 3 of those 8 times, which would put interest rates just under 1%. Most people think that first hike will come sometime in March. Now remember, if the Fed funds rate's close to 1%, interest rates are obviously higher than that, right? Interest rates aren't 1%, but that does push up rates across the board with what the Fed does with that. They're also, moving forward with the tapering, meaning they're basically decreasing the amount of the dollar reduction by about $15 to $30 billion, which they'll still be doing $75 billion, which just means they are not going to be buying bonds and mortgage-backed securities at the rate that they have been. Again, that is also tends to push rates up as well. So what does all that mean? A couple other things though before that is inflation. Everyone's worried about inflation right now. Fed specifically talked about that, and Delta and supply chain, supply lines and all that stuff. They're predicting inflation to be at 2.6% by the end of the year. That's down by half. I personally agree with that. I know there's a lot of political things when it comes to inflation and whatever, but by the numbers, if you kind of read in, study some of this stuff as far as what's the supply chain and some of that stuff that should be working itself out, I really believe that you'll see inflation fall throughout next year, which is good. Unemployment, they're predicting to decrease to 3.5%, GDP to be up to 4%, really a pretty positive economic outlook for 2022. So in general, as the market's doing better, also at the same time, the Feds want to push rates up. And what will that do? Of course, if you raise interest rates, it will slow down refinances, and it could create some headwinds for the real estate market as far as the purchase market goes. The truth is though, we want those, we really want those headwinds. If you look at last year, November of 2020 to November of 2021, we had a 45% decrease in inventory, and appreciation of 15 to 20%. That's really not sustainable. So we really want appreciation in the real estate market to be, 4, 5, 6, 7% would be considered, say, normal appreciation in a real estate market. It'll be really interesting to see how the press picks up on all this, right? Because it's all, in my mind, clickbaity and what gets people to read things. But as rates go up and the market were to, lose some of that appreciation, but still appreciating, how that's going to get played out in the press. Because really, if you're going 100 miles an hour and you slow down to 40 miles an hour, it seems like you're going a lot slower, but you're still moving forward. So again, that's kind of my prediction for what will happen, is that it will hopefully provide some more inventory, which is badly needed in almost every major market here in the United States. So that's what the Fed said. Just want to let you know how that's going to affect the market. Interest rates are definitely going up next year. Their target is to have 3 increases next year throughout those 8 meetings. It definitely will make payments a little more, right? So each time those interest rates go up, the monthly payment for those same houses go up as well. So that can affect how much people qualify for. So if you have any questions on this, lots of new mortgage programs coming out, low down payments, first-time home buyer programs. Rates are still right now at an all-time low. I'd say, again, in March, you're going to see that start to change slowly. I would be shocked if by the end of next year, if rates were, higher than, something in the high 3s, 3.75, 3.625, 4%. That's where I think rates will end up as they push them up. But right now, rates are much lower than that. So anything I do to help, ever thought about getting pre-approved, refinancing, now's definitely the time. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. You can message me, call me, whatever works for you. Hope you're doing awesome. Have a great holidays. And as always, let me know what I can do to help. Thanks. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.